So moving on, let's talk about Geno. I think we have to talk. We save him for last. Let's talk about let's talk about Geno Smith, man. So what are you doing? There's a lot of varying opinions out there, right? Some people are saying, hey, let's blow the whole thing up. Let's go with Sam Howell. Let's even some crazy takes like draft Dylan Gabriel at number 18. Uh, so
Rolling my eyes. I'm rolling my eyes. This
so
is
so like what are you doing? Are you blowing the whole thing up, or are you giving Gino a good deal, 2 year good deal, and saying, hey, like 35 mil, 30 mil, let's run this thing back.
let's run this thing back. Let's run this thing back. I don't get it. I don't get it. Dylan Gabriel will not be a better quarterback than what Geno Smith is. Like that's just a crazy take. We're not picking. We're not getting Cam Ward. So if we're not getting Cam Ward, then let's move on. Let's move on with Geno. I mean, the opportunity for Seattle to upgrade a quarterback will come. But oh my goodness, no! Like it's not happening. We're not moving on from Geno this offseason for Dylan Gabriel or Sam Howell. I mean, if they like 5-12 seasons, then sure, like we can do that. But like, I know nobody in that front office is trying to lose their job right now. So we're not doing that. So
This is what people don't
no, it's Geno all the
understand.
way. Geno's our guy.
Yeah, this is what people don't understand. They don't understand that there are actual people in the office that will lose their jobs if a 5 or 12 season happens. Right? People will lose their jobs, and
Oh, just tank.
yeah, it's
Oh,
just
just
tank.
tank. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, perfect. You sit there comfortably. I'm gonna lose my job, and then yeah, like it doesn't work like that. It's never going to work like that. The ownership has to be on the same page. Like, oh, we're gonna suck this year. Like I know, like, and that's okay. Like we're gonna get like no, that I can tell you right now, that's not conversations going on in Seattle. Like
Yeah.
they're a couple pieces away. They're not a trillion pieces away, and you can if you can get to a Super Bowl with Jared Goff and Brock Purdy, you can certainly get to a Super Bowl with Geno Smith. You just have to. What's the common denominator with those guys? They
Great
have a
lines.
complete roster around them and a great line. Like shoot, I'm even throwing Jalen Hurts in the mix. I don't even care. Like I'm throwing Jalen Hurts right in that category right there because
Yeah.
you're not Jalen Hurts is not going to go win you a game. I can assure
Yeah.
you that. Like
Yeah.
so, yeah, run it back with Geno. Let's not overthink this. Short term deal, of course. You're not going to give him some quarterback super max, but like when the time is right, Seattle will strike on that next quarterback. But that's not happening this offseason. There's nobody. Unless the Chargers are like, hey, let's get rid of Justin Herbert. But again, we're
It'll
coming
switch.
back to reality here. But
But
we're
hey,
we're coming back to reality.
hey, like people don't understand. Either you have an elite quarterback and you don't have to worry about the rest of your roster, or you have a good quarterback and you build the rest of your roster. So, I mean,
Yes,
Seahawks fans have to get back to reality, right? They don't have Lamar Jackson. They have a good quarterback. Geno Smith is a good quarterback. But hey, you need
Geno
to,
Smith's the top 12 quarterback.
yeah, and you need
Top
to get you
12.
top 12, and you need to get your offensive line to at least a top 15 range, right? Get an average offensive line.
Well, you replace Geno this offseason and you get and so that's where all your offseason capital goes, right? Just to replace Geno Smith because quarterbacks are not cheap in any capacity. If you want to go get Cam Ward, it's going to take everything. You want to go get another quarterback, it's going to take everything. Okay, so say you get a quarterback that you feel is better than Geno. He's still going to be walking in behind that same interior offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to see the same problems that we saw all season long. Build the roster, and then when the roster's set, go strike on that quarterback and let him just slide right into what is a complete roster and then go. You know, there's no point in moving on from a top 12 quarterback to a bottom 5 quarterback, a bottom 10 quarterback. Like there's just no point in doing that. You've got a guy who loves Seattle, who's been around the building, the players love and more fans should love, and you've got your guy. Just you got to wait until the time is right. Time is right.
Mm-hmm.
2027. I'm telling you, 2027 is when Seattle should try to strike on that quarterback. But we'll
Exactly,
see.
and I believe in 2027 you can find a really your franchise QB maybe top 20 right in the draft. Like you can find number 20,
There's going to
number
be some
20. Yep.
there's going to be some serious quarterback shuffle in 27 because Raul is going to be coming to the draft.
Yeah.
Lagway is going to be coming to the draft. there's going to be some quarterback shuffle because those two are really, really great prospects if they continue their track, and they'll be 1 and 2 in that draft, and there'll be some quarterback shuffling. And we might not get one of those two, but there's going to be when one pushes one out, like there will be an opportunity for Seattle to potentially upgrade a quarterback then.
Yeah. All right. So before we move forward, any last points on the offseason priorities?
Yeah, I mean, these are the positions I want to see Seattle address. Let me just wrap this up. Safety, corner, tight end potentially first round. Tyler Warren, if they can get their hands on a Tyler Warren, maybe sure, I'm in. Like I'm so in. Um, Interior offensive line, offensive tackle with a question mark because if you kind of want to see where you shuffle them, and then receiver. At some point in time, you got to address that. If you're going to let Tyler go, we got to replace. We got to replace. So we'll see. We'll see what that goes. We'll see where it goes.
Awesome.
Maybe a
All
little
right.
linebacker depth. Maybe a little linebacker depth.